Me now, Matt Schlapp, the chairman of CPAC. Matt, you initially invited Milo. Why?
Because I think what he does on college campuses, where he tries to take on administrations on these campuses that shut down the conservative point of view, just happened in Berkeley, is something that's really important for our attendees to hear. Almost 50% of those who attend CPAC are in college or younger. And I think the type of political correctness that's happening on campus is un-American, and I think Milo has been brave in taking these people on.
All right, Matt, and you have ultimately decided to disinvite him to speak. Right. Why?
Over the weekend, after we announced that he was coming, these videos came to light. That it certainly sounded to us that he was trying to mainstream something as offensive as pedophilia. Although there are a lot of political disagreements that happen on the CPAC stage, there's no disagreement on the immorality of pedophilia, and it's not the appropriate venue for Milo to try to clear his name on what people have heard over the weekend.
And as you said in your statement as chairman, you realize that he has responded on Facebook,
right.
That he has apologized and tried to clear the air on this. Is there anything that he could do to be reinvited at this point?
Not to this year's CPAC. I mean, as a human being, I urge him to get out there aggressively. If he's been taken out of context, he needs to fight to clear his name. He needs to do that himself. It's not the ACU's job or CPAC's job to do that for him. And I wish that he would do that. He started today. Do that aggressively, because there's no place in the conservative movement for people that would mainstream something as horrible as pedophilia.
Yeah, and there's also questions tonight over Simon & Schuster's said it's canceling publication of his forthcoming book, Dangerous. There's also questions about his future at Breitbart. We'll see how all of that plays out. Is there any room for him still on the conservative stage?
Look, I think he's got some mending to do, and he's got to dig deep and answer these tough questions. That's up to him alone to solve this problem. As far as the conservative movement is concerned, we're big and we're broad, and we're going to have disagreements, and we're going to have controversial characters, and we are fine with that being on the CPAC stage. But there are boundaries, and one of those boundaries was broken by Milo.
One person we know who will be on that stage is President Donald Trump.
That's exactly right. We announced him today. It's a great honor to conservatives that he's coming back to CPAC as president. The last time we had a Republican conservative president who came to CPAC in their first months in office, it was Ronald Reagan in 1981, and it sure feels good again.
All right, and as we wrap this up, and we understand that this is news, this has been happening today, and you and your organization just made this announcement. You have over 100 people speaking at CPAC starting on Wednesday. It's a huge week for you. Any final thoughts, as this is obviously something that that's a very personal issue for many people out there. Any message you'd like to put out?
Look, I'd just like to say, you know, Milo is one of God's children as well. We don't wish him any harm. He has to do this himself. He has to defend himself if he feels differently than these videos portrayed. And it's really, we urge him to do that.
I was just wondering though, why was this the moment? I mean, as you said, he's been a very controversial character. There has been many things arguably that could have been the straw that broke the camel's back. Why was this that moment?
I just feel like there's no political conversation around pedophilia. Okay. There is political conversations around what's appropriate when it comes to all types of issues, and he touches all the sacred cows. This is simply not one of them.
Matt, thank you for clearing that up, and thank you for coming on, and we'll stay in touch. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.